So that is one thing. So then we will call do update method. Now let's see what this do update method will do. Now inside this do update method, uh, there are some things we do. First thing that is important thing is first we describe the object. So till now we have just the name and the few properties of the object, but we doesn't have the fields of that object. So for getting the fields and for getting the field information, field types, we have to do describe call. So how describe call will look like? So it will look something like this. So let's suppose we have to describe accounts object. So we'll do slash such objects slash account slash describe. So this is how the API call will look like when you describe some particular object. So if you see, we have added the name of the object in this method. So we after describing the object, we have the description of the object. Okay, so let's move ahead. So now this is something that is not need to be known. So now that thing, now we have the information about the object, its fields and its data type. Now we have to now then we create one worker for Salesforce. Now worker, what worker means? So you can consider worker as an object that is responsible for syncing some object. Now it's a response. Now let's suppose for some account object you created one worker. So it's the responsibility of the worker to sync entire account object from start to end, right? Irrespective of what the type of account is, how to sync that, it is all being abstracted in this inside this worker. And then just you have to call worker.sync and it will take care of it. So for every object, if there are 50 objects, there will be 50 workers for them. So okay, so that is one thing to consider. Now
And
there are some, yeah,
Vishal,
go
I was
on.
going to ask. So with those workers, do they work in parallel? Is there some synchronicity to it? Are you going to go into that?
No, they are not asynchronous, they all are synchronous, they work one by one, they are not parallel as of now.
Okay, okay. So what does that mean for an initial sync? Does that mean one object will get completed and then another object will get completed
Yes,
for the initial sync?
exactly.
Okay, okay, understood,
Yes.
understood.
And this one reason for using the bulk is that because bulk uses parallelization on Salesforce side. So one reason
Okay,
for using bulk is that thing too. Okay.
makes
So
sense.
okay, so now we go ahead a bit. Now let's suppose for some object we created worker. Now we check whether the object that is under consideration is a reimport table or not. So what are the conditions for the object that we consider this object as import or not? So if the object is not replicatable, right, or the object is opportunity split or opportunity line item, so these both things, opportunity split or opportunity line item, are under the feature flag. So why we have added this object as reimport objects, because there were some delete captures that were missing in these tables. So Salesforce is not able to capture delete uh, for these tables, and we are not able to get those deletes via these tables, opportunity split and opportunity line item. And we have seen for a couple of customers, so we have marked these tables as reimport tables and inside the feature flag. So not all it is not reimportable for all the customers, it is reimportable for some customers. So yeah, that is one thing to consider. So while debugging, you might get a lot of issues related to this, related to opportunity split and opportunity line item. So yeah, that is one thing. Okay, so now we have identified whether some table is reimportable table or not. Then the next task is to identify whether you should reimport this table now or not. So it's not like if some table is reimportable, then you should reimport it now. Now we have some conditions. Now what conditions are there? Whether to decide whether to reimport this object or not. So if in past, if this object took 3 seconds, then we reimport it every time. Like if that object took 5 minutes in the past sync, then we reimport it twice a day. If that object took more than 5 minutes, then we resync it on every Saturday. Sorry, we reimport or complete reimport it on every Saturday. So that is the thing. So now let's suppose there is one object that is reimport object. So by log you can see that if reimporting object, if you type in New Relic, then you will get all the objects that are reimport objects. Then for the reimport objects, so we decided where this object is reimport object not, and we also decided we have to reimport this object now. Now after that, this object is reimportable and we are reimporting it now. First we reset the cursors for that object. After resetting the cursors, we start the sync, we do worker.sync, and we add some information in the state, like the import duration and the last reimported, because this will helpful to decide whether to reimport this in the next sync or not. So that's why we add this thing to the state, and we save state and we return it. So let's suppose, so if this thing is not the case, whether some object is not reimport object, so we do just normal worker.sync. And one thing to consider here is, let's suppose some object is reimport object, but it is not reimportable now. So we reimport it as it is. So I'll give you one example related to this. So let's suppose there is an object called as object1, and we know that this object is reimportable, and we also know that we can reimport it now. So this object can be reimportable and we can reimport now, so we reimport it, like. But what happens if some object is not reimport? So we decided some, so the frequency of this object decided as Saturday, so it is decided that we will sync this object every Saturday. So it doesn't mean we don't sync this object on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We sync this object on Thursday, Monday, and every day, but we doesn't re-import that object. We sync it incrementally. Did you got this point?
Yeah, understood. So we sync it incrementally, but we do a re-import on Saturdays. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not on Saturdays, maybe on 2 days or maybe daily. It depends on the re-import time.
Yeah. So for that object that we just talked about, where it was flagged as to be re-imported every Saturday because of the way that it's been updated, it would be incrementally synced, but then also re-imported on whatever the re-import schedule is based on the object.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Understood.
Okay. So now let's suppose we sync this object worker, like we sync this object, and after the sync, we have one flag here. So in this worker, so worker decided like this object should be resynced. So we check it once, like whether we should resync this object or not. Resync means complete resync. So if worker decided to resync, then we again reset the cursors, and then we sync this object again. So there are some cases in which this condition will trigger. We will discuss it when we go inside the worker, like how the worker syncs the object, like how the worker fetch the data and uh, updates that. So we will discuss in that, like when this thing happens. So while doing all this stuff, while doing worker.sync, uh, some exceptions can come. Some are recoverable, some are not recoverable. So for some we mark it excluded by system. For some, like invalid query locator and some exceptions, we throw task for the customers, because we can't do anything in this invalid query locator exception kind of thing.